Okay, so if you struggle at all with self-confidence or self-esteem issues or stress, or you worry about other people's judgments, or you have social anxiety, this video is exactly for you. Because in this video, I want to share a trick or a method that will truly help you. And the trick that I want to share is the power of laughing at yourself. The reason we feel insecure or we feel scared or anxious socially is we care so much about what other people think or what other people will say. And there's a big difference between being laughed at and being laughed with. Personally, I hate being laughed at. I don't like being teased, but I don't mind being teased if I'm in on the joke. But if you can learn how to laugh at yourself, nobody can use anything against you, because there's nothing someone can say to you that you haven't made light of about yourself. So it's kind of like a shortcut to confidence, because most of the time confidence issues come from our sense of self. We take ourselves too serious, and we take life too serious. And definitely I'm guilty of this at times, but I've found when I'm most happy, when I'm most free, is when I'm just not taking things too serious. And if I'm able to laugh at myself, you have no ammunition on me. And you'll start to see that if you don't take yourself too serious, you will see the other people who take themselves very serious, and it's like they're not in on the joke. It's kind of ridiculous to be alive. It's ridiculous to be in this situation as a human being, and the fool will take themselves too serious. I'm gonna let you in on a joke. You can laugh with me at my expense, because I'm gonna share a story that may be embarrassing for some people, but I just think it's funny. And that is the first time that I came to Thailand. I joined this meditation retreat, and we were taken to this temple, and everyone from the retreat is required to wear all white clothes. And I was eating in the cafeteria one day, and everyone in the cafeteria is wearing white. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go number 2. And when I had to go pretty bad, and I got to the toilet, and to my surprise, I see basically a hole on the ground. Some toilets in Thailand are like this. It's basically just a hole in the ground, and you squat down, and then you wipe with a bucket of water. And you can imagine, if you've never done this before, this is quite challenging. So I looked at the hole in the ground, and I'm thinking, how do I use this? But I had to go so badly, I didn't have time to figure that out or ask someone. So I just squatted down and made a complete mess and got brown all over my white clothes. And I tried to clean it. I tried to wipe with the water, and it was just a disaster. I had just brown stains and water mixed all over my clothes. It managed to get to my shirt. And the worst part is, I had to face people after this. So in my mind, I'm just thinking, oh no, I'm gonna see people. This is so embarrassing. All I was thinking is I have to get back to my apartment or my room, seeing the least amount of people. I kind of moved, I scattered out of the toilet and tried to go front first past people so they didn't see me, but I'm not sure if people saw, but it was so humiliating and so embarrassing. I'm faced with people that I just met, and I'm at this this holy place. I'm at a temple. I completely, did the bed, but instead of shitting the bed, so to speak, I literally shit myself. And that's one of these stories that it's an example just to laugh at yourself, and it's a funny story to look back on. But if you cannot be embarrassed by something like that, how can you be embarrassed of public speaking, for example? How can you be embarrassed or be too concerned about what people are thinking about you if you've overcome that and managed to laugh at a situation like I just said. So, hope you enjoyed the story. Benefits are there laughing at yourself? Well, first of all, it will provide you a sense of resilience. Like, no matter what happens in life, no matter what life throws at you, it's like, what can I do? Just laugh. It's ridiculous. So you just respond in a way that you can somehow find the humor in the situation. Secondly, you have a social advantage over others who take themselves too seriously, because you have a kind of an ease and a charisma that comes from accepting yourself and being able to laugh at yourself. And people kind of notice that subconsciously, and also want that. They want that freedom, but everyone's so attached to themselves that it's hard to break through to that. So this is definitely a way to ease some of that discomfort that you may feel socially without having to do so much hard work, internal hard work. If you're still listening to this video, you probably suffer from some type of social anxiety or stress in social situations, or you just feel like you lack confidence. And this is something that you can apply quite quickly and easily. And one thing to notice is that it kind of sounds too good to be true. Like, yeah, I can laugh at myself, but when I laugh at myself, this thing that I'm upset about, I need to take seriously. Well, if that's the case, then it's a sign that you're taking yourself too seriously. And that in itself, just to be aware that you take yourself that seriously, shows you that you need to change that. Because I guarantee you, other people are not taking you as serious as you take yourself. Well, like I said, the first step is recognizing that you are the problem. Your sense of self is the problem. Taking yourself too serious, attaching yourself to yourself too much is the root of the problem. Being aware of that will subconsciously tell your brain and kind of like turn on a bell of mindfulness to tell yourself to not take yourself too seriously. You clam up and you're used to just the brain overdrive. You may have a shift in thinking. Along with that, you should practice mindfulness, awareness, but just to be aware. Don't try to make yourself feel differently, just aware. I feel insecure. And be honest with yourself. And like I said, that acceptance subconsciously sends your brain a message, and you will start to process automatically. The brain is really interesting. If you kind of train it and allow it to be healthy, it will fix itself. The brain is a muscle, and practicing mindfulness, practicing Zen, it kind of resolves the issue by itself. You just need to apply the tool. I have a challenge for all of you. So the point is, you have to overcome this sense of self. And again, having a YouTube channel, for example, a lot of people are so self-conscious, like they're worried about mean comments or what people are gonna think. For me, like, honestly, I don't even care. Like, leave me a mean comment. There's nothing you can say to me that I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror. Like, I know myself, I know my weaknesses, and it's like, if you're just gonna be mean, you're just a mean person. So I wanna challenge everyone to try to share an embarrassing story, maybe on your social media, or share with someone who you feel a little bit shy with, like maybe you're dating someone, it's still new, and you're shy to share that kind of vulnerability that we all have. Like, you're shy to fart in front of someone that you just met. But that insecurity, that fear is just always there. It's not gonna go anywhere. So if you kind of just jump right head straight into it, it will dissipate immediately. How many times have you been scared about a presentation or scared about an interview, and then you worked up this whole story and you're anxious, and then once it happened, it's just 15 minutes and it's over, but you stressed about it for 3 weeks? How much time did you waste worrying about something that didn't happen yet, and something that wasn't even that bad? Because after all, the worst thing that can happen is what? Someone doesn't like you, you fail, you don't get the job, she doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Who cares? But the point is, all of this is coming from your sense of self. People don't like to hear this because imagining eliminating your attachment to yourself feels like death, because it's ego death. But this ego is the very thing that's keeping you from thriving. That's what I want to share today in today's video. I hope you got something out of this, and I'm sharing all this not because I'm like an expert or like a confidence coach, but because I really hated myself for a long time. I was super insecure person. I could barely talk to people. I could barely talk in public. And to be honest, like, I don't really know what happened, but at some point I just stopped caring. I don't feel even nervous talking in front of groups of people. If anything, I almost like want to feel a little bit. I want that flutter in my stomach. I want to feel the butterflies, because sometimes I wonder, like, where is that sense of fear? And so I'm sharing this because I know for a fact it's possible to go from a point of self-hatred, complete fear, to self-love, self-care, and self-confidence. I never thought it was possible. When people told me, you can overcome this, I didn't believe them, because I was in such a dark place that I thought, like, there's no way that I can be a confident guy at some point. And it truly happened. So I want to share this because I know that you can too. If I can do it, you can do it. It's just in your mind. And the mind is powerful if we accept that and are aware of that and understand that we are the problem. It's not other people, it's us. And you stop blaming other people or something like that. You start to take account and accept the facts and, you know, the reality that you're struggling. Things will start to change. So yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for listening, and I wish you the best of luck. I hope I can add some value to some of you out there, and I believe in you. If nobody else told you that today or in your whole life, I believe in you. And I'm not just saying that to sound cool or sound good or sell you something, but I mean it. From a person who's been at the bottom. I'm not a fan of Drake, but I believe in you. So wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next episode.